Hi, for my video, I'm going to be discussing on ocean pollution. Before we get started, let's first discuss why ocean pollution is such an important topic. Well, to give an idea, according to Plastic Pollution in the World's Oceans by Marcus Ericsson, he explains that more than 5 trillion microplastic pieces weighing over 250 tons remain afloat at sea. According to another article, Infographic Plastic Pollution, this author explains that about 300 million pieces of plastic are produced and discarded every single year, while the average person in North America and Western Europe uses about 100 kilograms of plastic every year. Of that, 10 to 20 million tons of plastic reach up to the oceans every year, ultimately trashing the oceans. Now, how does ocean pollution directly affect us humans? Well, the ocean plays an essential part of life on Earth. It provides over 70% of the oxygen we breathe and over 97% of the world's water supply. Plastic kills fish, birds, marine mammals, and sea turtles, destroying habitats and even affecting animals' mating rituals, which in turn can affect fishermen at sea, our use for quality seawater, and ultimately our health, as our nutritional diet can be greatly changed. For instance, if you look at the first picture, the seal's life is greatly at risk because of the plastic and rope that is tied around its neck. In the second picture, you can see all the trash that are laid across the beach, not only because of the humans that lay the trash at the beach, but also because of all the trash that washed to the shore because of the pollution in the ocean. Now, what is the main cause for this issue? Well, according to NOAA, most marine debris, about 60 to 80%, actually comes from land-based sources, and the majority of marine debris is some form of plastic. Humans especially help cause this problem through what is known as non-point source pollution, which is through tanks, cars, trucks, boats, plus larger sources such as farms, ranches, and forest areas. Millions of motor vehicle engines drop small amounts of oil each day onto roads and parking lots, and much of this makes its way to the sea as well. Now, there are two main ways people are trying to resolve this issue. The first way are divers. More than 50,000 divers from over 114 countries, including the UAE, have since 2011 taken part of an effort to clean up the ocean. In the UAE alone, almost 8,800 pieces of debris have been logged since the initiative started, with 66% of that being plastic. Another way are through beach cleanups. A great example is America's Cup Healthy Ocean Project, where many partners have removed over 170 tons of trash and counting from the San Francisco Bay shoreline, keeping it from being marine debris. Now let's switch over and talk about how information technology can be used to help this issue. Well, according to Tracking Ocean Pollution from Space by Matthew Oberger, the European Space Agency is developing technology to allow satellites to identify the concentration, movement, and origin of plastic debris across the world's oceans. This requires deploying satellites to monitor marine litter on a global scale that could give researchers working on plastic pollution data about its abundance, concentrations, and movement. Optim was a project that is initially focused on detecting microplastics on linear focus on the ocean. They're trying to develop ways of identifying marine debris using optical reflective properties in the visual and infrared light spectrum. In result, plastic can be identified in the ocean from the way floating debris reflect different wavelengths of sunlight. The scientists will collect spectral signals of plastic at sea for different types of material in varying ways of degradation and concentration. The signals will then be entered into computer models that will simulate how those signals will look throughout the atmosphere. Now, in conclusion, ocean pollution as an issue of sustainability appears to worsen every single year. As humans, we need to acknowledge this issue for what it is and actively support and assist the effort to not only clean our oceans, but also prevent our marine life to worsen any further. And here are the references that I used for this video, and here are the references for pictures that I used for this video.